1800s in rural America, a time of hard work, close-knit communities, and a deep connection to the land. But beneath the surface of this seemingly peaceful existence, whispers of the strange and the inexplicable could take root and spread like wildfire. Tonight, we journey to Robertson County, Tennessee, to a story that has become one of America's most enduring and chilling ghost legends. The haunting of the Bell family by an entity known only as the Bell Witch. In the autumn of 1817, the Bell family's ordinary life began to unravel. It started subtly, with unsettling sounds that seemed to emanate from nowhere. The clinking of unseen chains, the distinct sound of rats scurrying in the walls when no rats were present, and the heavy thumping on the exterior of their log cabin in the dead of night. These were not the sounds of nature. They carried a distinct, unsettling intelligence. The disturbances soon took a more personal and frightening turn. The children were the first to experience the physical manifestations. Bedclothes would be violently yanked from their small frames in the darkness. Slaps and pinches, delivered by unseen hands, left welts on their skin. The family lived in growing fear, unable to identify the source of this invisible aggression. Young Betsy, in particular, became a focal point of the entity's torment. The unseen force seemed to harbor a particular animosity towards her. She would be lifted from her bed, slapped repeatedly, and even have sharp pins inexplicably stuck into her clothing and skin. The family's once peaceful home had become a place of constant dread and inexplicable pain. As word of the haunting spread through the small community, the Bell farm became a magnet for curiosity and fear. Neighbors, friends, and even skeptical travelers arrived to witness the phenomena firsthand. Imaginations of a frightened family. But soon, many of these visitors experienced the unseen presence themselves, the disembodied whispers, the feeling of being watched, the inexplicable chills that permeated the air. The entity eventually began to communicate, its voice a disembodied whisper that could be heard throughout the house. It spoke in riddles, quoted scripture, and even held rudimentary conversations. The voice claimed to be a witch, though its true nature remained elusive. It could mimic sounds, sing hymns, and even display a crude sense of humor, often at the expense of the terrified Bell family. Numerous attempts were made to identify or confront the entity. On one occasion, a local general, James Winchester, arrived with a group of men, determined to debunk the haunting. As they approached the house, their wagon became inexplicably stuck, the wheels refusing to turn, despite the efforts of the horses. A disembodied voice then declared that they could proceed. Once one of their company admitted he did not believe. Only after one man confessed his skepticism did the wagon finally move, leaving the group shaken and bewildered. The Bell Witch's animosity towards John Bell grew increasingly malevolent. The physical attacks intensified, and the disembodied voice often taunted him, vowing to bring about his demise. John Bell, a strong and respected man, grew weaker and weaker, his health inexplicably failing. In December of 1820, John Bell passed away. The circumstances surrounding his death remained shrouded in mystery and fear. A small, unidentified vial containing a strange liquid was discovered near his bedside. Many, including some members of the Bell family, believed that the Bell Witch had fulfilled its sinister promise poisoning him through unseen means. The death of John Bell did not end the witch's influence on the family. Its torment of Betsy continued, ultimately contributing to the dissolution of her engagement. The Bell Witch remained a palpable presence in their lives for several more years before, as mysteriously as it arrived, its overt activity began to subside. Yet, the chilling tales of its reign of terror lingered in the memory of Robertson County, passed down through generations as a stark reminder of a time when the unseen world seemed to intrude upon the lives of ordinary people with terrifying force. The story of the Bell Witch has persisted for over 2 centuries, evolving into a cornerstone of American folklore and a chilling tale of the unexplained. While skeptics offer various rational explanations, the sheer volume of first-hand accounts from seemingly credible witnesses continues to fuel the mystery. The Bell Witch remains a potent symbol of the fear of the unknown, the vulnerability of humanity in the face of unseen forces, and the enduring power of a truly terrifying story. Even today, the area surrounding the old Bell Farm is said to hold an eerie atmosphere. Locals whisper of lingering energy and unexplained occurrences. The legend serves as a dark thread woven into the fabric of the Appalachian region, a reminder that sometimes the most terrifying stories are those that defy logical explanation, leaving us to ponder the mysteries that lie just beyond the edge of our understanding. Though the tale of the Bell Witch is a chilling testament to the power of belief, fear, and the enduring mystery of the unexplained, it serves as a reminder that even in the most ordinary of places, the extraordinary and the terrifying can take root. But the story of the Bell Witch continues to yield new layers even centuries later. A significant, though not entirely new development has recently come to light, offering a fresh perspective on the early accounts. This isn't a missing piece of the puzzle unearthed from obscurity, but rather a detail hidden in plain sight within a historical document for over 200 years. The discovery lies within the journal of Army Captain John R. Bell, unrelated to the Bell family of the haunting, who served as the official journalist for Stephen H. Long's expedition to the Rocky Mountains in 1820. While the journal primarily chronicles this famed expedition, it also details Captain Bell's return journey east. It was during this leg, on October 19, 1820, as he passed through the Red River area of northwestern Middle Tennessee, the very region where the Bell family resided, that he made a noteworthy entry. While lodging at a local plantation, Captain Bell recorded being told about a peculiar situation. A young girl, approximately 15 years of age and living just 3 miles from the settlement of Murphy, was being persistently urged by an unseen voice to marry a neighbor. Though Captain Bell's entry doesn't explicitly name the John Bell family, the year, the specific location, and the detail of the girl living 3 miles away strongly suggest that the subject of this account was indeed Betsy Bell, the central figure in the Bell Witch narrative. Captain Bell's journal entry reads, "Rather a single circumstance was here related to me, of a young girl of about 15 years of age, residing but 3 miles from Murphy. A voice accompanies her, which says she should marry a man, a neighbor. Thousands of persons have visited her to hear this voice. In many instances, it will reply to questions put to it. The visitors have left as little satisfied in their curiosity as before they heard it. Many are under the impression that it is ventriloquism imposed upon the hearers, either by the girl or her brother, who it seems is generally in her company. Her family is respectable." This 1820 account, predating the more widely known later publications by decades, is significant for several reasons. Firstly, it offers an early, albeit second-hand, record of the strange events surrounding a young girl and disembodied voices in the Bell Witch's time frame and location. Secondly, It predates the birth of Martin Ingram, the author of the 1894 books that has long been a primary source for the legend, effectively debunking the theory that Ingram entirely fabricated the story. Furthermore, Captain Bell's account aligns with a later article published in the Saturday Evening Post some 30 to 35 years later, which recounted a similar story and explicitly named Betsy Bell and the urging to marry a neighbor named Joshua Gardner. This suggests that the core narrative of strange voices surrounding Betsy Bell was circulating beyond the immediate Bell family and community relatively early on. Interestingly, these earlier accounts, including Captain Bell's, focus primarily on the disembodied voice and the pressure on Betsy to marry, making no mention of some of the more violent and bizarre aspects that later became associated with the Bell Witch legend, such as physical beatings, hair pulling, or fantastical events involving animals and predictions. While Captain John R. Bell's journal entry may be a second-hand account, its early date and independent corroboration with later publications solidify the notion that something unusual was indeed occurring in Robertson County in the early 19th century, centering around a young girl and disembodied voices. It adds a crucial layer to the ongoing mystery of the Bell Witch, demonstrating that the core elements of the story were circulating well before the accounts that have largely shaped our understanding of the legend today. The enduring mystery of the Bell Witch continues to fascinate and intrigue. The recent recognition of Captain John R. Bell's 1820 journal entry provides a valuable early glimpse into the events, confirming that strange occurrences surrounding a young girl and disembodied voices were indeed being discussed in the region during the very time of the alleged haunting. While the true nature of the Bell Witch may forever remain shrouded in the mists of the past, these new developments remind us that even centuries later, the story continues to evolve, inviting us to delve deeper into one of America's most captivating and unsettling legends. What do you make of this newly highlighted historical account? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this exploration into the enigma of the Bell Witch, be sure to subscribe to the Sombra Files for more journeys into the dark and the mysterious.